Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today because we have an exciting round of VRML for tonight. We have two games going on at the same time, unfortunately. So, Faldor's casting the other one. I'm over here alone on this one. But we will meet up for the third match, which will be after this one, or shortly after this one, later tonight. On tonight we have Synapse, and Synapse we saw the other day playing against V Respawn Joker, a very great matchup, very close, almost a comeback from Joker, but Synapse just too disciplined, shut Joker down. And on the other side we have InVerted, also saw them the other night, and plenty of interesting things. They all play upside down, hence the name InVerted. And looks like we might be starting right now.
Starting in
A little bit earlier than I thought because we had a bit of a technical difficulty, but hopefully no more technical difficulties. Smooth sailing from here on out. Synapse, I would say, has a nice favor to win because they've just been on fire lately. And speaking of fire, there goes a really quick joust, but it's bouncing back, and maybe InVerted gets the hand on it. Blonde gonna reset back to Mamba. Bit of a weird side tunnel pass. It's going to be immediately pressured. There's Zach with the disc. Having a quick look at the goal, but it's covered, and he has Andy on the cross. He's going to try to take it off himself, but Andy getting punched out, but still being able to recover the disc. And now back to Andy with an open net. Ooh, but what a great challenge by the goalie, and another great challenge from the other goalie. Sort of a little slap back out, trying to relieve some pressure. But YouTube is there on that back line. Palace back down to Zach, and another great defensive stop, but it's the recoveries that count here. And it looks like, oh, 2 punches for YouTube allows his team again to get the disc. Now Palace in a 1v1, and another great defensive stop, but just the clears aren't there. So much defense though. Finally they're gonna have to clear it out just a little bit, but not quite enough, and Zach is gonna get there. No, this so many turnovers right now, but the defense working so well for InVerted. But can they continue? Yes, they will. Now a quick chain, and finally InVerted will be able to get rid of this huge defensive onslaught they've had to put on. But not before YouTube can boost back to his own half and get the disc. Now Zach. Down to Andy. Open net opportunity. He will take it, and it's a little wide, but into the hands of Palace to finish it off. 2-0. Man, I can't even keep up with all those defensive stops. Those are insane, but it's just, luckily they did clear it out at some point. But man, that many stops, you better come out with a goal, because it's just so depressing whenever you get all those stops and then you can't score. Oh man, and what a great chain and open net shot by Zach. 5-0, not wasting any time, breaking up the game. I didn't get a chance to say, but I am your host, Dash. I'm sorry, got a little started quickly, but we have Subtlety on the camera. Thank you for working the camera, as always, Subtlety. And Mizuchi. Intercepted. Another open net. Oh, just dings away, but again, Palace gets another shot at it. Doesn't miss that time. Now 8-0, and what is it that InVerted needs to change at this rate? Might need a little bit of a short pass because they're getting intercepted immediately, not even making it to the tunnels. Mizuchi with the quick pass to the globe. Now another pass that bounces off that globe, and it's going to be into the hands of, whoa, might have been to the hands of YouTube. Now game resetting it long. Back to Mizuchi. Across the game, and game almost had a handle on that, but he does get the punch. Now Blonde pressured hard. Zach with the clear, and the chain's already there. They're just so much faster. That's a ooh, it would look like it was going to be on target, but just grazes and skips off the barrier. Now Mizuchi can answer with one of his own, but doesn't see the defender that's there. YouTube now, what a great stop. And a little cross pass to Palace, a combined clear, but it's intercepted by Mamba. And trying to start again on this attack. They have a lot of time, but they've already put themselves in such a deep hole. 8-0. these lanes just covered by Synapse, and what a great team tag to get that disc out of here. And Mizuchi breaking up his chain. He luckily still gets there, not punished for that one. Maybe need to slow down on some of these offense because Synapse has these lanes covered. Now Game taking his time for the forward pass, the 1v1, and a great save, and wow, almost a weird headbutt into the own goal, but luckily they do get it out. But again, the clear is such a huge factor in these 4v4 games, always pressured, always difficult to make, and there's the pressure from Andy, and spinning around he will, 10-0, now passing the 520. So we have yet to see a good defense or offensive setup from InVerted, which I feel that's what they're lacking. Maybe just need to take their time. Okay, there's one down now. Well, not really doing. Wow. Had a great start to that offense, but then not being able to juke out that first. Maybe hesitated too much on the pass, and Pal's gonna punish for that one. Wow, what a great PE joust. Very fast, but they still get the pass off, and this chain is still hard on their trails, and that looks like a missed pass. Or it was a great pass, but Palace was there with another shot, and that one's gonna bounce straight in. Palace is on fire right now, 16-0. Palace 11 points to his name, with Zach falling with 3 and Andy with the 2 with a spinneroonie shot. But man, completely shutting down InVerted. What's going on right now? It seems like none of their passes seem to be working, like they're rushing them. I guess it is a bit of a mental part at this point whenever you're down 16-0. But here, another hesitation, no passing. Perhaps the one more pass will allow them to get past that Synapse defense. It's just always covering the lanes. You can't juke by him. And a great cross to Zach. Now seeing Andy forward, but instead tries to go for an anchor shot. And now a clear from Blonde. But YouTube, not needing to push up, will just stay back at this point. We know how YouTube plays. He's a great defensive player. He knows when to stay back. And he knows that with a 16-0 lead, he does not need to push at all. A nice bounce pass to Zach. Crossing back out to Andy. And he's probably going to take his time and get another cross back to Palace, and Palace back to Andy. But the interception coming out from Game, dude. And not a good clear, poor clear for Zach. And a reset that's, might have gone past YouTube. He might be able to reach it. If only there was a chain from InVerted hard on his trail, maybe they could have been punished. But YouTube, a great brawler, also is going to break up that chain, and this might be another opportunity for the score. Just off the backboard and missing. Nearing the 240 mark, we have another possession by Zach. Oh, it looks like a bit of a headbutt from the part of Palace. Lost the disc, but still not losing complete possession. YouTube has the disc. He has a reset if he wants to. Instead, he's in out for a clear. And who is backfield? No one will be, but their chain, luckily, from InVerted coming out. But not before Synapse is there. And now YouTube trying to slow down this attack. Oh, and a missed pass for Andy, and a quick shot is going to bounce so close. Now nearing 2 minutes, and looks like a bit of a tech issue right there. It's a little bit of extendo hand, and back pass to Mizuchi. Taking his time, almost intercepted. Now an open net, but the chain is just there, so Blonde won't have an open net for long. And Andy, again, covering those lanes, not letting anything past him.
Blue gets their hands on it.
Nice defense.
Blue sends it back.
Chain, and just immediately pressured. They have to clear these immediately or make better passes because Synapse is not allowing them any room to breathe. Synapse such a great job on these chains. So fast, so precise with their passes. just tearing InVerted apart. Andy now low. Gonna try to get open for YouTube. YouTube maybe just gonna slow it down at this point with only a minute left. Just gotta make clean passes. And not a clean pass right there. And hopefully InVerted can get some points on the board, get reset for round number 2, because this round is most definitely going to go to Synapse. They are just on fire. They cannot be stopped. YouTube again taking his time. Knows that there's no need to rush any of these passes. They are in complete control. A bit of a clear and boost play. Again, Game picking it up for his team, and another interception, this time by Zach. A reset to the tube, a reset back downfield to YouTube. And YouTube, so methodical in his pushes. Just gonna burn even more time, and Andy gonna go for a bit of a hard angle. It's gonna bounce away, but still into the hands of Zach. And 5 seconds nearing, and unfortunately InVerted couldn't find it this round, so hopefully next round they can find what they need to play against Synapse. This Synapse team looking so solid. Synapse so close to getting a mercy right there. Thankfully, we won't have to deal with that. Sometimes it's a little weird with the whole resets. If only we had like little, what do you call it? Preset rules, say like a VRML style or 10-minute style. I would like something like that. Sometimes these resets bug the little console, and you got to go in there and fix it yourself, and then it just doesn't look right.
Starting in 12, 11, 10.
Now round 2, hopefully InVerted had time to reset during that break, because they really need to reset their minds. That must have taken a toll on their mental game. But they're veteran players, so they know how to play the game. They know how to come back, and if Synapse decides to sleep on them, they will get punished. But ooh, almost a nice shot from Zach off the backboard. And now good reset to Mizuchi. And the low pass to Blonde. And oh, pressured pass. I'm surprised Andy didn't catch that one. But Zach will. And now back to Andy. Andy forward for a long shot. Didn't have a choice there, so I don't blame him for that one. It's hard whenever you don't have any back passes. You don't want an interception in the midfield. Sometimes just clearing it into their hands is the best you can do. But Andy now going to continue this attack with a long reset. Zach going to find his teammate on the cross and pressured. Wow, what? Oh, Palace almost had a shot right there, but a great challenge from Mizuchi is not going to allow him that opportunity. And again, this tunnel, so hard to get through. But he does get through, and that's an open net, but oh no! Blonde looked like he might have lost a disc on maybe some tracking. Wow, that was his shot right there. Open net and everything. And a wild pass. Maybe he needs to slow down that pass for his teammate just a little bit. And another missed pass. Or just a little offline. I'm trying to go in, but great defense from YouTube, the goalie of Synapse.
Blue gets their hands on it.
Bit of a dog pile below the L, trying to get these clears out, but Game now gonna try to take it in himself. Not gonna wait, but YouTube says, hold up, Game dude, I got this goal right here. And now a long shot from Palace, and it looks pretty close. Ooh, so close. He's been doing it all night, but this time he was just off the mark. Andy, though, to finish it off.
Get your launchers. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The reason that the first round was broken apart so easy was because of these initial jousts, and looked like it's going to happen again. This time, Andy's not going to punish immediately. Luckily for InVerted, they get another life at that one. Oh, but a missed pass, and now Game Tube's left to chase it, but pressured by all the players of Synapse. Zach Oh, snagged on, and looks like Blonde may have crashed. It looks like he's no longer moving. How unfortunate, because they are down a player and down in the score and down in the series. And Palace
Orange catches the enemy pass.
gonna set up his teammate for that one, and it's a 3. Andy catching the goalie off guard.
Get to your launchers. 12, 11.
It's about a
10,
5-0 at 7 minutes.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So these are the situations that I wish like we had some preset rules, because then you could say, hey, let's start this game at 7 minutes, and then the next game will be 10 minutes. But now you just have to do it like one by one by one. So until we get something cool like that, hey, we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. And thanks everybody for tuning in once again. Sorry I was a little rushed into this one. They kind of started very quickly, and now we're gonna start again because Blonde is back in the game. Good job on him for getting back so speedily. Yeah, the crash definitely did suck. It definitely resulted in them getting a 3-pointer, but
Ready.
still a lot of time left. Only down 5 and 7 minutes left in the game. There's plenty of time for InVerted to put something together, but they really just got to make these passes count. It seems like they're rushing the pass, or they're just inaccurate. It is still close, Boozy. I agree with that one. That's why I'm not counting InVerted out just yet. It's just a little bit of those mistakes that make the game a little bit harder for them.
Starting in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Looks like they put it in the middle of the field when I think it should be on the side of
6, 5,
InVerted.
4, 3.
So I don't know if they're just gonna grab this one or restart it once again.
Teams have cleared the launchers.
Yeah, gonna have to restart it again because it should not be in the middle. It should be in possession of blue, which is InVerted. Yeah, crashes definitely do take a toll on the mental game. But like these guys, they're veteran players. I don't think that it's gonna affect them that much. They really need to just get their heads to focus on these passes. I think if they just fix the passes, they're gonna have a lot stronger attacks. They've been trying to attack from behind goal, and YouTube is like alive. YouTube is on fire right now. Like he's been getting save after save. You can't see it on the scoreboard anymore because they reset, but I guarantee he had maybe 5 saves just on his own. Yeah, YouTube just a strong force. Maybe need to go for some dunks, and that's what I'm saying. Like some of these passes, maybe they're trying to attack with too little people in the bubble. Maybe they get somebody on the dunk. Dunks are a strong tool that are very hard to defend against. And against a very good goalie, sometimes that's what you need. You just need to sneak in there for a dunk.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Looks like perhaps another, he said it was 5-0, and it looks like it's 0-0 right now. 0-0. It should be 5-0, but I mean, the time is right this time. Nonetheless, I will continue to cast. We will know that it's 5-0. But what I also know is that Synapse is continuing with their great defense. And look at all the lanes that they're covering. But now finally getting through is Mamba with a great lead from Blonde. And now the score 5-2. And also no stopping clock. So might as well just reset, fix the score, fix the...
13, 12,
This is not right.
10,
us knowing that it's 5-2 is one thing, but we can never account for the continuous time. But yeah. So if you can't hear subtlety, he says, "I can't wait for the presets. I've been talking about them since like day one, because I knew this was gonna happen. It's so tough to deal with crashes, with restarts, with the little tablet that's the console is bugged at the moment. It shows you that the rules are right. It shows you that the scores are right. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. And you go into the game and it's like, nope, none of that really happened. So it's gonna play like this, and you're like, well, that's not what I want at all. No, I thought I saw Dave said that it went out, but I didn't get any hotfix, and I'm looking at this game right now, and it doesn't look like any hotfix. So, unless, like I said, just do it the old-fashioned way. So 5-2 with 6:30 left in the game. 6:31. The 1 second counts. And a much closer game than before. So let's see. Well, oh, what a great delay by Blonde. Gonna catch him way off guard and across to Game Dude. And Game Dude going ahead, but oh wow, what an exchange! It looks like YouTube's hand might have glitched out. Man, he tried to slap it, or maybe it went back into the head of Game Dude, but Game Dude really clutching that one. A great save by YouTube, you know, not to discredit him. That was an amazing save, but Game not giving up on the shot. Puts his head in the game, quite literally. And a bouncing pass. Long to Zach, and Zach now with his own 1v1. He's going to try to spin around, and looks like with a no look, try to go for style points. Instead, he gets no points at all. And now to Palace. And forward again to Zach. Zach again trying to get it in, and this time he will for a more traditional spinny shot, the one that he's known for. Now 7-4, up by 3 points.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So InVerted still in this, and they're already looking better on these attacks, you know, giving those 1v1 opportunities and getting these nice long passes. And that one gonna bounce a little bit, but not out of range just yet. They still have it despite all these weird bounces. It's just about moving up, and nobody moved up with Game Dude. And wow, what a pickup by Blonde, and a little loop-de-loop around his stunned teammate. And now Blonde gonna try to drive it in. Doesn't get the pass quite fast enough. And Palace with the clear. And Game Dude again, just hesitating a little bit on the pass and punished by Synapse. Synapse is just so quick on their defense and quick on the chain and quick on the shot is Palace. Yes, Palador is sick, but he is casting still. I'm not sure if he's actually sick, but he is casting on VRML 2 with the, if I recall correctly, man, I can't recall correctly right now. We'll just leave it at that. And again, the lanes are covered and almost gets a triple stun and past YouTube, but the triple chain catching up and not allowing any punishment to go just yet. And Game is going to work with his teammate to get back down to his own half, and Zach with a great interception and a quick shot, but it's just going to be wide. He'll still be able to pick it up quite uncontested. And now a deep pass. A great dive by the goalie. And almost a great clear, except YouTube is just waiting there like always. What a shot from an angle. I thought Palace was going to cross out to the shield or to the nest, but it says no, I'll take it in myself. And Palace has just been on fire, playing out of his mind right now. Again, the scoreboard gets cleared, but if you recall in the first round, he had at least 13 points, I want to say. A pass to the side wall, Mamba, and a bounce pass, or no, just a ceiling pass to Game Dude. And now Game Dude's gonna try to cross it back out, but again, these lanes just covered. No opportunity for InVerted to take any 1v1s whatsoever. Oh, and a nice pickup by Mamba. Now he has options, but he's going to have to reset because the lanes, once again, are just covered. And juking is Blonde. And now Blonde going to go behind the net. Maybe a pass from Game Dude. But Game Dude opts. Oh, yeah, he is. Blonde will get the pass after all. I thought Mamba was going to try to take it in himself. But instead, he decided to get one more pass in for his teammate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
InVerted only down 6 with
Entering the arena.
about 2:20 left in the game.
Headed back
It's not impossible, but they have to be fast and they have to make their attacks count. And looks like the opportunity might come soon if Game Dude can get there in time, but YouTube
sends it back the other way.
just shooting it out of his bubble.
The enemy pass.
A nice bounce pass, but just too slow. Andy again. Andy and Zach have been absolute walls for their team, not allowing anything to go through, and Zach will go through with 2.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Rock saying that expected this to be more one-sided. Yeah, definitely heavily favored Synapse in this matchup.
The arena.
But I also thought that,
Clears it out.
InVerted had a chance, and I feel like they have had plenty of chances. It's just that, man, Synapse is just playing so strong right now. And they're just covering these lanes like nobody's business. Like this, another good pass. And it goes in. Mamba from Mizuchi.
Get to your
7-point deficit
12,
with 1:18 left.
10,
Who knows if they can pull it off? It's just these quick defense. They have gotten good turnovers immediately, like on the delays on the tube. If they can just get a couple of those, who knows if they might bring this game a lot closer. But no immediate pressure onto the QB is going to allow YouTube to take it in. And now a long shot. Oh no, 3 bounces. I thought it was going to go in, but wow, what a shot from Andy.
11,
Talus, thankfully bailing out his teammate.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unfortunately, couldn't get the 3 in that situation. But hey, I mean, what a weird, I don't know, weird pass goal. 3 dings inside the crossbar. Sometimes it can be so unforgiving. But speaking of unforgiving, there is Andy to try to, okay, dunk it. No, he won't. What a great save, but thankfully it's saved by Palace efforts to cover that one up. Looks like he had a bit of a tracking loss for the dunk.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And the timer winding down, 18-8, favoring Synapse.
Orange comes out on top.
And although InVerted had a much better showing on this game, it looks like they're slowly getting closer. Maybe they can bring it a little bit closer in the 3rd round, if not take 1 round. I think they can do it. It's more like just, I feel like they're pressing too fast. Too fast for Synapse. Well, Synapse is just set up in the bubbles. They're just ready for these passes. The passes are either too slow or just too predictable. Maybe incorporate a bit more bounce passes, but
11, 10,
maybe shorter. I feel like the passes from InVerted have been a little bit too long,
6,
and that's why Synapse adjusts so greatly.
3, 2, 1.
3rd and final round. Wait a minute, this is what I meant from before. You reset and you try to put 2 rounds in like you were going to continue the game, and instead it's back to 6:30. So I just take note of the time that they scored in this one. Maybe tell them in the chat, because they got to subtract that from 10 minutes. So about 25 seconds, 24 seconds, Mizuchi will get the goal. Hopefully they notice that the time is wrong. If not, I will have to fly in there myself.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have launchers.
Okay, so I told him that goal happened in 24 seconds. If they didn't notice that one, we're just gonna put it as 9:30. That's fine. Whatever the teams decide to agree on. But yeah, presets, please. Someday we will be saved to where we can say, "Hey, I'm gonna start this one game and on 6:30, but then the next game, put it back to 10 minutes."
Orange team ready.
Rock's
Blue
calling out
team
David.
ready.
Yeah, where are you,
Round
Dave?
starting in
We need you.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
So they've decided on 9:30. It's pretty close, only 6 seconds off of what it was. And 2-0 favors Synapse. Inverted
Game on.
in the final round,
Blue clears it out.
round 3. Synapse with the series already, but Inverted gonna try to maybe take a round so they can get that MMR boost. But, ooh, what a nice shot, and almost getting points for his team is Zach, and he will still get it in 4-0. Spinning around his signature move.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bit of spacing on the side of Inverted might help them. And there's some good spacing right there, but just the next pass wasn't planned out, and now a long shot almost dinging in. Zach and Andy and Palace. YouTube being a great backbone, but the rest of his teammates are just scoring so much, and a bit of a lack of awareness right there. And once again is Zach punching through everybody and getting the recovery on his own. Zach is just playing like a monster right now. Bounce ceiling shot, pass, and another missed pass, and there's Andy again for the pickup. Back to Zach, back to YouTube. YouTube starting again. When YouTube gets this disc, you know he's going to make the best pass possible. And also taking out a defender, maybe. No, just missing that one. And now the lane's almost covered. They will be covered as Game Dude picks up the disc and tries to get through YouTube. He will get around him slightly, but then opts for a long back pass. Oh, looks like Mizuchi also missing that pass downfield. And again, Zach gets a disc. And back to YouTube. YouTube working around Game Dude. Game Dude gonna try to give back with Mizuchi so they can get back on defense. But Zach, ooh, almost a close opportunity for a 3. Now he's gonna have a teammate coming into the bubble, or he's gonna try to take it in himself by spinning around. Looks like he almost had the opportunity. Now Andy to finish it off from the bounce pass from Zach. Well, missed shot, pass. We call it a pass. Everything's calculated in this game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just passing the 7-minute mark with a 6-0 lead is Synapse, and trying to extend it right there. Zach just misses the mark. But Palace will be there to pick it up. And unpressured, but misses his pass.
Blue with the disc.
And Inverted trying to get this disc out will not be successful. Now Andy with a 1v1 situation, spinning around and scoring.
Get to your launchers. 12, 11, 10.
Bunching up on defense. Yeah, I have to agree with that one, Rox. I do feel like they are kind of dogpiling, maybe headbutting the disc out of their own hands, if anything, because they have 3 people on one guy, and you would think that that would be an instant win for the defense. But sometimes it's quite the opposite. It's more like the more people you have, the more chances of error you have. But no error on these passes right now. Such great passing coming out from InVerted, but no communication on Game Dude that he was going to be pressured almost immediately. And there it is again, the headbutt. Oh, the headbutt from Zach to put it downfield.
Blue team has the disc.
And again, some panic clearing when there probably was no need to. But Zach, always need to be wary of him because he's spinning around and unstoppable. Nobody can handle him. Just spirals his way into a two-pointer. And those are probably the most heartbreaking whenever you're on somebody and you're just like, where's his head? Where's his head? I need to snag the disc, hit him something, and you do nothing. And oh, it's so frustrating. I know that feeling all too well. Now Blonde trying to bounce pass, but it ends up going back, and Synapse with the chain. They're going to be there first with a quick open net. And Andy just off the mark. But Palace is there, sorry, to finish it off. So now this round looking a lot like the first round where InVerted was just getting punished because of poor passing. Rushing the passes too much. The defense not quite there. Whereas they're playing more of like a man-to-man in their own third. Synapse is playing more of a zone, and I think the zone is working out much better for Synapse. Just shutting them out in this third round. Ooh, looks like a bit of a skid on the nest, but Andy will still make the recovery. A bounce pass to Zach. And Zach let go of the disc just a bit for Palace, and Palace with the long reset back, and YouTube passing over to Zach. Zach working it up, but he goes for a clear, and there's a chain from Synapse already there. They're going to be there first. Oh, just missing it, but Palace does have a man at the goal. Looks like they might go for a dunk, and he's Will just taking himself. Never mind. What a shot. 18 meters per second, an absolute missile.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Joker got the win with the Mercy. I'm sorry, who were they playing against before us? It was Joker versus, man, I wanted to watch that game too. But they start at the same time. It's best that everybody gets casted because you miss. If they don't get casted, you miss opportunities like this where Andy is showing how strong his team is right now against Nova. Yeah, Nova. I know Nova has great defense, and man, the defense from Synapse, man. I feel like Synapse has some of the strongest defense in the game right now. I haven't seen them play against Kangarillas maybe next week. But wow, what a PE joust. Almost catching up to the QB right there. But just no next step for InVerted, and I think that's what's been plaguing them this whole... Wow, it looks like somebody dropped out. Another crash. In the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds, Andy's head going to get in the way, slowing down the attack. And Palace is just there. An easy clear for him. And almost an easy pickup. And an easy pickup for Zach because the chain is there. And that is a Mercy win, ladies and gentlemen. The game and series is over.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So great game to both these squads.
Entering the arena.
InVerted having some nice ideas, a unique play style. It's just, it seemed like they were going too far ahead without the rest of their players trying to take these 1v3s or 1v2s. YouTube already was just giving them trouble in 1v1s. Yeah, YouTube an absolute monster tonight.
Get to your launchers.
And Palace on the striking side was just unstoppable. That first game was all him. I think he was 16-0 the first game. I think he might have scored like 13 of those. So now, ladies and gentlemen, with this match closing out, I believe we're trying to switch over to our last matchup of the day, which will be Ignite versus Wireless Jacks. Another great game with such great players. Ignite we saw the other day looking so strong, and I can't wait to see like Ignite face off against Synapse and Joker against Ignite, and just those top teams finally clashing. I want to see what the meta will become. But for now, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tune in. We're going to end this stream and might be back on this one or back on VRML 2. I believe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Subtlety. What will it be, this one, or will it be VRML? Let me ask Wit before I let you guys go on this one so we can know where it's going to. Oh, they're live on too. Okay, so VRML 2, make sure you guys check it out. Ignite versus Wireless Jacks. I will join you guys over there. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And thank you, Subtlety, for working the camera. Great job as always. And to the players and the viewers, your support is always appreciated. Thank you, and we'll see you shortly. Muted?